Hey, it's Software Student here. In this video, I'm going to discuss a bit the uses of interfaces as attributes. Kinda. And in my last video, I showcased this program and explained how it is set up. But let me just showcase. It is just a very simple program where I have a text animator that writes some text on the screen. But what's quite interesting about this setup is that I am using a controller which takes care of all the JavaFX content, and I then have a text animator, which is an object that takes care of the animation part of going through a string and showing the next and the next and the next letter in the string. But instead of having my object taken in the JavaFX components I need to change on my JavaFX screen, I have created a text output object, which is an interface, which have only one abstract method called writeText. And inside my text animator, I just simply go, whenever I want to write some text to somewhere, I give this method the input I want to write, and just simply call text.output.writeText and the text I want to write. Then inside my controller, I need to pass as a parameter in the constructor this text output object, which tells it where it's going to write the text when it's called on this interface. Inside my controller, I then first need to create the interface as an object, which is possible in Java, where I can create the text output object, and then create and override this writeText method. And here inside my controller, I'm then defining that I'm going to be using the platform run later layer, so creating a JavaFX thread in this case, and printing the text to the text field. But what is very nice, I would now be able to create a new public static void main, and in here, let's say I would like to have somewhere else I'm outputting this text. So I would need to create a new text output. And it would then tell me I would need to override the writeText method. So let's say in this case, instead of writing to my JavaFX GUI, I would just print it in the console. And just take that text. And that's it. Then when creating, let's just steal it, text animator object. There we go. I am passing now this new text output object, which have a different version of telling it where it needs to print text. And I can then just, let's steal some more stuff, the thread from before, so now I'm starting the thread, and when starting the thread knows it needs to output to this text output object, .writeText, which now have been overridden as just printing to the screen. So when I'm running this JavaFX part, I'm opening this program and writing it on the console in this GUI. But when I'm running this public static void main method, as you can see down here, it's doing the same, first writing the first letter, and the first two, and so on and so on. But I'm using the exact same text animator object setup, but because we're using this interface, and then overriding the use of the interface in here, we're able to use this text animator to completely different areas, because we are defining, in this case, where we want to write the text. So either write to this text field, JavaFX, or write to the console. So this is the pro and the advantage of using this interface as an attribute, that we're able to define the usage where it's being used, instead of having defined one like main use inside this class. You define different uses inside different classes to make it more customizable. So if you enjoyed this explanation and walkthrough of the use of interfaces inside classes as attributes, please leave a like and subscribe, and I wish you all a wonderful